Get a haircut, buttercup!
In that moment, I watched that skinny boy transform into a superhero.
What's up, guys? Welcome to this video on Elvis's Man. So like most of you, I just saw the trailer that Austin Butler put out on the new movie coming this summer. They actually have a release date, 6/24. So it's gonna be this summer, right as things start cracking off, people are going on vacation. And I just wanna say, like, I was a little skeptical, and I've seen clips here and there, you know, things that were released. And once I saw this, it's like 3 minutes long, so it's like a full trailer, something you see in the movie theater, you know. I am really excited and looking forward to it. Now, the clips from that 3-minute clip, like, there's some points that I don't know if you've noticed, but I've come to some conclusions. I'm just so excited, I'm talking too fast. But I've come to some conclusions on how I think this movie might go. And I want you guys to listen to it and see if you see the same things that I saw in these, and if you say the same thing, come to the same conclusions. Now, before I get into it, I just want to say that really, like, not to get ahead of myself, you know, who knows what's going to happen, but I think this is going to be really good. I'm just honestly really very thankful for Austin Butler and Tom Hanks to really, it looks like they put so much care and effort into making this story right. And I know the producer, Baz something, it looks like they really have done their research, and I'm truly thankful that this movie is going to come out to tell the right story and really bring Elvis to the forefront again. And sort of like how Johnny Cash did with that movie, or how it affected Johnny Cash with the movie Walk the Line. You know, it really boosted his popularity, and I hope this does it to Elvis because it's way long overdue. Now let's get into this.
Are you ready to fly?
I'm ready. Ready to fly.
Tomorrow, all of America will be talking about Elvis Presley.
President, try not to move around so much during the tape.
So one of the things I was very happy to see is it appears as though it uses Elvis's actual voice. There was a clip that I saw that it didn't so much, but then when we got to the 6/8 special, they do it. Because think about it, it's so hard to, how are you going to impersonate Elvis, you know? Like, and get it right. But the one thing I'm happy is that I see that they used Elvis's voice, and that'll make it so much better, because when the people actually hear Elvis, part of his charisma, part of his magnetism is going to be in that clip, you know, in the movie that they're using. So I'm excited for that. I didn't want to hear somebody try to sound like Elvis, you know, it doesn't work. So I'm glad for that.
Senator Kennedy has been shot. Martin Luther King has been shot to death in Memphis.
That's all right for you.
Tragedy, but it has nothing to do with us.
It has everything to do with us.
Another thing I'm happy to see is, you know, some of the controversy, the phony controversy about Elvis not liking black people, all that stuff. It's a total hoax, you know, just to discredit him. And I noticed in this movie, this little trailer, that, you know, they talk about the MLK assassination in Memphis, and, you know, Colonel being like, hey, you know, it's sad, but it doesn't affect us, you know. But Elvis like, what are you talking about? This affects everything we do. That's a good point. We want the real Elvis to be shown, and that is something positive.
I need to get back to who I really am.
Now that clip, what we just saw right there, I think really shows, and I'm hoping that it shows Elvis as the performer, as the artist, as someone that really cares for his craft. Like a lot of the mischaracterizations about, oh, he's just like, you know, some like a cartoon character. He's just, you know, Elvis said it's very hard to live up to an image. They have Elvis as like a caricature of himself, like one who just kind of dances around kind of goofy, and, you know, then he got fat later on. He wasn't really serious. I want this movie to show, and it appears as though it does by that clip and others, that Elvis was a serious musician who cared about his craft very much. And it looks like it shows the trials in his career and how he tried, because he cared so much and had so much passion for his movie, to get himself back on track.
I wish to promote you, Mr. Presley. We are the same, you and I. We are two odd, lonely children reaching for eternity.
So another thing I noticed in that trailer was it looks like they're going to tell the right story between him and Parker. The clips shows like Colonel telling Elvis, "You're my destiny." So it shows that Elvis, which I believe, Parker used Elvis as his way to make money. And there's a good and bad part about that. Obviously, he needed to make money, and he was a promoter, right? But it shows Colonel's mind about Elvis and how he viewed Elvis, and you are my destiny, okay? And also, later in '68, that clip there, it shows the disconnect that was going on between Elvis and Colonel. No, I think it was actually later. I think it's the early '70s. That's this clip I'm about to show you. It shows how we're not seeing eye to eye anymore. It shows how Parker promoted Elvis and helped get him to the masses so he could be seen. But once Elvis was seen, he didn't need a lot of direction after that. He was the man, okay? You didn't make Elvis. Elvis made himself. And I give Parker credit for helping Elvis in the 50s, getting him on TV and movie deals and stuff like that. But after that, I got a lot of problems with what he did. And I like it how it looks like the movie is showing that Elvis is not liking how you're taking his career and how Parker wanted to make money off Elvis, okay? So that's exciting.
There are some who'd make me out to be the villain of this here story.
Now, one thing, I'll say a few things that I'm not too sure about, okay, which I hope is not true. The first clip of the trailer shows Parker saying that, you know, in this story, people try to make me out to be the villain. And there were some talks that, you know, Parker was going to be the mastermind behind this, and that's how the story was going to go. So when I heard that, I'm like, I hope this isn't like trying to share Parker's story. And that's okay if you put it in as this is how Parker felt or told us how he felt, but not this is how it was. But I don't think we're going to have that problem because of the points I made earlier in this video. Another thing, and this is really out of Austin Butler's control, is you're not Elvis. So when you can't dance like Elvis, and this isn't a knock, like I could do it or like other people, unless you're like maybe a trained choreographer or something like that, it's going to be hard to mimic Elvis's, he was one of a kind. It's going to be hard to mimic Elvis's movements on stage, the looks that he gave people, like, you know, the charisma, the smirk, it's hard, you can't be him. So I hope it doesn't come off a little cringy at times, but that's no disrespect to Austin. That's a big task to try to be Elvis. You know what I mean? So I'm not knocking him there. I'm looking forward to this movie, and I know you guys are too. And this is marked on my calendar. I'm taking off work. I'm going to see it. One more thing before I close the video. Did you notice that there weren't any clips of Aloha? I noticed I don't see any clips of him wearing the jumpsuit. How could they not cover it? And you notice I saw the peacock suit, and so at least it goes to 74. Him collapsing a few times, that could have been, what year was that? 75, 76, you know, where the wheels started to come off a little. So you're going to see Elvis's struggle. This looks like they're really telling the story, and they're telling it right, okay? They're talking about Elvis' love of black people. I hope they don't act like, you saw the church there. I hope they don't act like Elvis just saw them do this. Then this is why he performs that way. I hope it's like, yeah, Elvis got inspiration from black people, but also country music, like Western, gospel, all different types of things. Elvis told a lady at Sun Records, I sound like nobody because I'm me. You know, and that's the story I want to come across. So tell me in the comments what you guys think. I'm looking forward to responding and seeing what you guys think as well. So we'll talk to you later.
Won't let our love survive. Oh, dry the tears from your eyes. Let's don't let a good thing die.